She smirked and said, "You seriously think you're the only guy I'm seeing? Grow up." That was the moment I realized the girl I'd been giving my time, money, and heart to had been running a double life. Instead of yelling, I just smiled and replied, "You're right. I should grow up." Then I sent her other boyfriend our shared Google Calendar. The one with every so-called work trip and family obligation she used to hide when she was really with me. Now I'm sitting here, phone buzzing non-stop, watching my ex implode while pretending to be the victim. My name's Theo, 29. She's Talia, 27. We'd been together for a little over a year, about 14 months. I thought things were steady. She's in pharmaceutical sales, always traveling for conferences or working weird hours. I'm a data analyst, your standard 9 to 5. We didn't live together, but most weekends were spent at one of our places. Looking back, all the red flags were right there. Constant emergencies on weekends, her phone always flipped face down, separate accounts for professional networking I wasn't connected to. I ignored them. Trusted her. That's on me. 2 weeks ago, it all unraveled. I was at a packed sports bar with my buddy Colton, watching the game. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw a couple kissing in a booth. The woman looked familiar. Same hair, same jacket I'd bought Talia for Christmas. But she was supposed to be at a mandatory sales meeting at a hotel downtown. Then she turned her head, and it was her. Clear as day. Kissing some guy I didn't recognize. My stomach dropped. Colton saw my face and followed my stare. "Dude, isn't that?" Yeah, it was. I wanted to confront her right there, but instead I took out my phone and recorded it. She left before I could even move. That night I went full detective. I dug into her social media, found her professional Instagram through a coworker's tag. And there it was, photo after photo with a guy named Damien. Beach trips, dinners, posts captioned 8 months with my love. My jaw hit the floor. That meant she'd been dating us both for at least half a year. And it got worse. Pictures of them together even before she met me. I wasn't the main guy. I wasn't the side guy. We were both just pieces of her puzzle. For 3 days, I gathered everything. Screenshots of posts, our text history, her travel excuses. The nail in the coffin? The shared calendar we used to plan our dates. She color-coded everything, blue for work, green for us, yellow for personal. When I cross-checked, the pattern jumped out. Whenever she told me she was working late, she was with Damien. Whenever she told him she had a family event, she was with me. Yesterday she came over, scrolling on her phone and grinning. Probably texting him. I tested her. "How was that sales conference last week?" I asked. Without missing a beat, she said, "Boring, just numbers and targets." I pressed. "Which hotel was it at again?" She mumbled something about the downtown conference center. That's when I hit her with it. "Funny, because I saw you at Murphy's sports bar." Her face froze. I expected tears, excuses, maybe apologies. Instead, she laughed. "So you really think you're the only guy I'm with? Grow up, Theo. We never promised exclusivity. You assumed. Men are so possessive." I said, "You've been dating him for 8 months and me for 14. That's not cheating." She rolled her eyes. "It's not cheating unless you're married. I'm a modern woman. I can date whoever I want." She even admitted Damien didn't know about me because he's more old-fashioned. Then she told me to get out of her apartment because Damien treats me better anyway. The entitlement was insane. I left, sat in my car for an hour, and then the idea hit me. I texted her. "You're right. I should grow up." She sent back a laughing emoji. Finally. So I opened our Google Calendar, created a new event titled "For Damien. Please read," and scheduled it for every single day of the next month. Inside I wrote, "Talia has been seeing me, Theo, for 14 months while dating you. Attached is our calendar. Green events equals time she spent with me. Compare with the nights she told you she was working or with family. Here's my number if you want to confirm." Then I shared the whole calendar with Damien's email from his business profile. To seal it, I texted Talia. "I grew up." Shared the calendar with Damien. "Transparency is adult, right?" Her reply came instantly. "What did you do?" 45 minutes later, an unknown number called. "Is this Theo?" This is Damien. Please tell me this is real. I walked him through it. Every single date matched up. He was silent for a long time before saying, "She told me she was at a conference in Miami in March." I told him she was at my place eating Thai food. He groaned. "Her cousin's wedding in May?" I said, "That was my company's summer party. I have photos." His voice broke. "I was going to propose next month." I told him I was sorry. He thanked me for the honesty. Within the hour, both our phones exploded. Talia called me 20+ times in half an hour, bombarded me with texts. "You ruined everything. You're a psycho. Answer me. I'll ruin your life. Damien won't talk to me. Please fix this. You destroyed us." She actually tried to blame me for blowing up her double life. Meanwhile, Damien texted once more. "Thanks for being man enough to tell me. I dodged a bullet." The fallout kept escalating. She spun a story to friends that she was polyamorous, and I was just a possessive stalker. That collapsed fast when I showed them screenshots of her calling me her soulmate, swearing we were exclusive. Then I realized how much money I'd sunk into her. Expensive dinners, weekend trips, gifts. She'd been double-dipping with both of us. Every time I splurged on her, Damien probably did too. Looking back, the truth is simple. I didn't lose her. We both lost the illusion. Over the course of about 14 months, I'd spent close to $8,000 on her, dates, little trips, gifts, and all the extras that came with trying to be a good boyfriend. When Damien and I finally connected, we compared stories. His tab was even worse, roughly $12,000. That's when it hit us. This girl wasn't just juggling boyfriends. She was essentially running a $20,000 a year romance scam disguised as relationships. But here's the part where she really sabotaged herself. Those work trips she was always bragging about? Some of them were legitimate. Her company actually covered hotels and per diems for sales events. But at least 4 of those supposed trips? She wasn't at the company conferences at all. She was either with me or with Damien, collecting corporate reimbursements while lounging on beaches or dining at restaurants. How do I know? Because our genius Talia posted Instagram stories geotagged at the exact places she was with one of us. Damien wanted immediate revenge. Report her to her employer. Fraud after all is fraud. He had a point, but I told him to wait. By Wednesday, the drama escalated. I got an email from what was clearly a half-baked attempt at legal intimidation. Talia had drafted a cease and desist letter, clumsily edited from some template she must have found online. She accused me of harassment, defamation, and emotional distress, demanding that I take down the shared calendar that exposed her double life. I forwarded it to my cousin, who's an actual lawyer. His response? Laughter. He drafted a reply that absolutely shredded her argument. The calendar contained only facts. Truth is an airtight defense against defamation, and she couldn't claim privacy over something she voluntarily shared. On top of that, her bogus threats themselves could be considered harassment. But Talia wasn't done making a spectacle of herself. Thursday night, close to midnight, she showed up at my apartment with her friend Gemma, pounding on my door. "Open up, we need to talk." I didn't budge. "Go home, Talia. I don't owe you anything." She yelled that I'd ruined her life, her relationships, her reputation. I reminded her she had done that on her own. Gemma jumped in, calling me childish and unmanly. "Real women don't two-time their partners and lie every single day," I shot back. They stayed out there for 20 minutes, alternating between insults and demands. I recorded everything from behind the door, then called building security. They were escorted out. By Friday, she'd launched a smear campaign online. She posted a dramatic Instagram series about surviving narcissistic abuse and toxic masculinity. She didn't name me, but everyone knew who she was aiming at. The backlash was brutal. One coworker commented, "Didn't you just post about your perfect boyfriend last month? Which one was that?" Another friend chimed in, "Girl, we all know what you did. This isn't the look you think it is." Damien's sister sealed it with the best line. "Imagine calling someone toxic just for exposing your lies. That's delusion." Within hours, Talia deleted the entire thing. Saturday, she tried again, this time in person at my gym parking lot. She doesn't even have a membership. She waited until I walked out. We need closure. We already have closure, I said. You cheated, I exposed it, it's done. She argued semantics, claiming we never defined the relationship. I reminded her she told both Damien and me that she loved us, and lied to us every single day. That's cheating. She called it nuance. I called it cruelty, planning to accept a proposal from one man while secretly dating another. Her face dropped. How do you know about the proposal? Damien told me. We compared everything. She was stunned. That's so weird. Not as weird as what you did. She stomped her foot like a child and screamed that I had ruined her perfect plan. She tried to slap me, but I stepped back, got in my car, and drove away while she shrieked in the parking lot. The spiral only got darker. Monday, I got pulled into my manager's office. HR had received an anonymous email accusing me of harassing an ex and creating a hostile environment at work. Luckily, I'd kept my professional life completely clean. Never discussed her at work, never crossed lines. My manager told me not to worry, but they'd keep a note on file in case things escalated. Next came the friend group manipulation. Talia convinced mutual friends to accidentally set up dinners where we'd run into each other. She even offered to pay for everyone's meal if they could lure me there. Each time, I asked if she'd be present, and when they dodged the question, I declined. Finally, Roberto admitted she was orchestrating the whole thing and confessed she seemed unhinged. By Wednesday, Damien texted me with another update. She had started calling his mother, sobbing that it was all a misunderstanding and that I had set her up out of jealousy. His mom, absolute queen that she is, shut her down. You dated my son and another man at the same time. That's not a misunderstanding. Don't call again. By that point, it was clear. Talia wasn't just manipulative, she was unraveling. And every desperate move only made her look worse. I came home from work and froze when I saw Talia sitting in my apartment like she belonged there. How the hell did you get inside? I asked. Maintenance, she said casually, sipping my wine. Told them I was your girlfriend and locked myself out. That's breaking and entering. She smirked. It's not breaking if they let me in. The audacity was unreal. She was lounging on my couch as if this was a normal evening. You need to leave. Now. Not until we talk. I'm calling the police. Go ahead, she shot back. I'll just tell them we had a domestic dispute. Let's see who they believe. Her manipulation was breathtaking, but what she didn't know was that I'd installed a camera in the living room after her fake lawyer stunt. Perfectly legal in my own place, and more than enough proof. Thea, you're trespassing. Leave or I call the cops. I just want to explain. Explain what? How you managed 2 relationships at once. I understand plenty. No, you don't, she insisted. Damien was steady and dependable. You were fun and spontaneous. I needed both. Then you should have looked for people who agreed to that, I said coldly. You would have said no. Exactly. That's what respecting boundaries looks like. She got up, crossed the room, and reached for my face. I stepped back. We were good together, Theo. Remember the concert last month? The beach weekend? That was real. Was it? I asked. Or was I just your Tuesday and Thursday thrill? While Damien was your safe weekend plan? Her mask slipped. You were both supposed to stay in your lanes. I had it perfectly balanced. You ruined it with your detective work. There it was, the truth at last. We weren't people to her. Just scheduled entertainment. Get out. No. I dialed 911 right in front of her. There's an intruder in my apartment who refuses to leave. Her face went pale. You're seriously calling the cops? Dead serious. She snatched up her purse and bolted. Literally ran out. 10 minutes later, the police arrived, took my statement, and advised me to file for a restraining order if she ever came back. By Friday morning, my phone was flooded with 82 texts. Not from her, from strangers. Turns out, she'd posted my number on shady dating sites with captions like, looking for discreet fun. I had to change my number, then added that harassment to the restraining order paperwork. But karma wasn't done with her yet. That same afternoon, Damien forwarded me something. Talia had already set up a new dating profile, painting herself as recently single after toxic relationships, searching for a real man. Damien reported the account, attaching proof from her Instagram, showing she was seeing both of us. The dating app removed her profile within hours. And then the house of cards really collapsed. Remember her expense fraud? Damien went ahead and reported her. He sent HR screenshots of her Instagram from supposed work trips, showing her lounging at places she never had business being. The company suspended her, then fired her, then sued her for nearly $3,500 in fraudulent expenses. Without her pharma sales job, she lost the company car, the $85,000 base plus commission, her health insurance, and her expensive apartment. 2 weeks later, she was moving back in with her parents. Of course, she tried one last trick. Gemma messaged me. She's in the hospital. Thought you should know. My stomach sank despite everything. What happened? I asked. Stress-induced panic attacks. She's lost everything. For about an hour, I felt sorry for her. Then Roberto sent me a screenshot. Talia posting from her hospital bed, nails done, makeup perfect, in designer pajamas. When life knocks you down, queens rise again. Grateful for my support system. She was fine. Just another performance. The restraining order came through soon after, backed by video evidence of the apartment break-in, the spam texts, the fake lawyer stunt, the dating site stunt, and even the HR complaint she filed against me. 6 months of no contact. 2 weeks ago, I ran into Damien at a coffee shop. We ended up sitting down together. Strange, but trauma bonds are real. Yesterday, she texted me from yet another new number. Damien had gotten the same one. I've grown, I want to apologize. I forwarded it to my lawyer. Damien laughed, he'd done the same. We compared notes one last time. The overlap was insane. Her sending us both "goodnight baby" texts within minutes of each other, scheduling lunch with him and dinner with me, all while spinning identical stories about her busy workday. You know the worst part? Damien said. I really loved her. Or at least the person she pretended to be. But that person never existed. Yeah, I said. Still hurts though. It did. It does. A mutual friend recently showed me her LinkedIn. She's working retail now, calling it exploring new career opportunities in customer relations. Her Instagram's locked down, full of quotes about rising above negativity and leaving toxic people behind. She still hasn't admitted any wrongdoing. That friend asked me if I felt bad for how it all ended. Honestly, not at all. She had 2 men who loved her and would have done anything for her. Instead of choosing one or being honest about wanting both, she lied, manipulated, and destroyed everything herself. The shared calendar Damien and I put together wasn't revenge, it was truth. The fallout wasn't punishment, it was consequence. She wanted to have her cake and eat it too. Instead, she wound up with no cake, no guys, no job, and no home. Couldn't have happened to a more deserving person. For anyone wondering, yes, the restraining order's still in place. No, she hasn't violated it again as far as I know. And no, I don't regret a thing. She played stupid games and she won exactly the prize she earned.